We need to go. We need to take him home to your father.
The Winter King is an adaptation of the Bernard Cornwell novels. It's set in the Dark Ages and it's a reimagining of the tales of King Arthur.
The main location is a place called Caer Cadal. It's the nearest thing probably to Camelot. We took quite a long time in making it believable that the bits of rock that you could see and the wooden connecting parts, you felt like you could, and it all made sense to walk through it.
It was filmed in 2 different locations. We filmed at Morlow's Quarry for all of the exterior shots, the big, wide, epic shots, and then Bad Wolf built a set, which was the exterior. Our job was to bring the 2 together to make it one cohesive kind of environment, which meant matching a lot of lighting from shots that were filmed on different days, but also matching the style of the rock, just the quality of the wooden structures. We scanned Morlow's Quarry with a drone and with some photogrammetry so we could get an accurate representation of that. Now, after the environment was scanned, we had to retopologize that so that we could use that for tracking. We basically had to redesign the shape of the mountain because the way some of the shots were framed, it was actually too tall. So we had to take some of the top off the mountain and then decide where all of these different structures were going to go.
It was very important that the CG joined all of this together to make it into one cohesive unit with actually a very good silhouette, so that Caer Cadal, not only when you first see it, is very recognisable, but from a distance it always had a profile that you knew what it was.
Avalon is where Merlin lives, and there's a small village that goes around that with lots of people there. And that was filmed in a small clearing in a forest. It was filmed from above quite a lot, so there was a lot of drone shots which were quite wide, and the content that we filmed was quite contained in the middle. We only built half of the tour as an exterior set, so we had to extend that to give it a roof, and came down to making it feel epic and making it feel big and believable and, you know, full of life. It was seen in numerous different states of disrepair. Sometimes it had burnt down slightly. There's a few shots where it's covered in snow, which were really, really nice. I mean, to tie that in and make it feel like it was genuinely in this sort of snowy environment with Houdini's snow simulations and that kind of thing, that was really nice. Caer Dolfalwyn we started to see that throughout the second half of the series. It's a completely different environment, a different location to Caer Cadal, so it had to feel like a different place. It was more based off old Roman villas. And a lot of the time we saw Dolfalwyn from above, so we had to do quite a lot of DMP work to embellish the background, to make it more epic.
Don't get lost in the water. Be safe in the mist.
So sometimes when you're on set and you're supervising, something happens, you immediately have to change. Sometimes you get the call the day before. In this particular instance, we were going to set fire to Uther. The plan was always to have an effigy of the actor. The day before, I got a call from the director to say that they'd got a problem with how actually Uther was going to look. It hadn't actually been finalised, so therefore the effigy couldn't be made. So we were going to have to convert it to a visual effects shot and then basically do a head replacement on the effigy. In the end, it actually came to our advantage because in Saxon times, stones were put over the eyes of the deceased. If we'd have actually shot with the effigy for real and put stones over the eyes, it would have caused us an issue, because in post, it was decided that in actual fact, it didn't show enough of the face. Of course, by doing a CG head, the only difference it meant for us was we took the CG stones off and we had to do additional grooms just for the eyelashes and eyebrows. There was a lot of things to be proud of on The Winter King. I mean, I think from the moment we started filming, every single member of the crew that we worked with just went over and above what they needed to do to get the show filmed and then going into post. But I think obviously our crew, they brought to a level of professionalism, dogged determination, they had eyes on it and absolutely wanted to produce the best that they could do.
Only you can save the Isle.
The Winter King. Stream from the 21st of December on ITVX.